Welcome to this edition of Marvell's Follow the Wire video series. In this session, we're going to talk about one of the recent innovations in Fibre Channel that helps system administrators more easily address storage performance issues in virtual server environments. This capability is called Virtual Machine ID, or VMID for short. The reality today is that the data center is a virtualized environment, with VMware being the market share leader for server virtualization. It's currently estimated that 60 to 70% of virtual servers are connected to storage arrays over Fibre Channel. This data comes from VMware analysis of their customer environments. And this makes sense in that one of the key benefits to server virtualization is the mobility of virtual machines. And this typically requires a shared storage system to provide a link between the VM and the storage it accesses. That storage resource needs to be accessible across multiple physical server platforms for storage virtualization to be effective. However, with the flexibility that VM mobility provides come some challenges. One of those is the potential impact on the overall storage performance. Administrators are challenged when virtual machine migrations happen, and they can impact the overall storage performance of other workloads. Virtual server environments are very dynamic. Workloads can be moved from one physical server to the other. As I said earlier, this also makes them ideal for being connected to shared storage arrays. In this illustration, we have servers with a virtual OS like VMware ESXi running on them, with shared storage access across a Fibre Channel SAN. When the virtual machine workloads are now moved from one server to the other, the data in the storage array is still available to them. Over time, the VMs can be migrated multiple times depending upon the changes in the server environment or the introduction of new workloads. The question is, what impact does the mobility of the workloads running on the virtual machines have on the overall storage? Well, that can be significant. The solution is to provide system administrators with visibility of the storage performance at the VM level within the storage network. To enable this, the Fibre Channel industry has implemented a technology called Virtual Machine ID, or VMID. With VMID, each Fibre Channel frame is tagged with the information about the VM that generated the request. This information is passed to and through the Fibre Channel switches and to the target storage device. Storage management software and switch management software can then be updated to view the traffic flow using this VM information. Now today, the HBAs and Fibre Channel switches and directors from all the major vendors, including Marvell, support VMID. Where there's a problem is that not all storage array vendors have yet supported the VMID concept. There are a few select Tier 1 storage vendors, most notably NetApp, who do support VMID in their storage systems as well, providing that end-to-end visibility. To address this issue with storage that doesn't support VMID, the folks at Brocade came up with this concept of tagless Virtual Machine ID. With the tagless approach, the Fibre Channel switch receives the tagged information from the host computer and strips off the VM information before sending it to the storage array. The VM info is available on all the traffic from the host to the switch and allows for visibility of the inbound traffic in this approach. All the data from the switch to the storage and from the storage to the switch is tagless with no VM information available. Now, while this is not as robust as, say, a VMID solution where the storage supports it end-to-end, this approach does give VM administrators some level of visibility that they never had previously. Here's how the operating system and the SAN infrastructure components interact to enable VMID. The server boots up and the HBA driver queries the OS and the switch for VMID capability. The ESXi host discovers storage resources and the virtual machines get their data stores. When the VM application needs to read or write from the data store, they issue an I/O request. The HBA asks the ESXi stack for the Universal Unique Identifier, or UUID, associated with that VM. If this is a new UUID, the HBA registers the information with the Fibre Channel switch using Extended Link Services, or ELS. Then the HBA adds the VMID information into the Fibre Channel frame associated with that read-write command. The switch receives a command, reads the ID, and updates the internal stats. With Tagless, the switch removes the VMID information and then sends an I/O request to the storage device. The storage device has no idea that any VMID association has occurred. VMID is a powerful tool that system administrators can use to monitor and manage storage performance in VMware environments. All Marvell QLogic enhanced 16 gig Fibre Channel HBAs or later support VMID. The implementation with QLogic HBAs is unique in that the VMID is auto-negotiated at server boot. That means it is automatically enabled if the OS and the Fibre Channel fabric support it. With other HBAs, this is something the system administrator has to manually enable. And again, that's just another step that the administrator has to take when using the competitor's products. QLogic HBAs support VMID with both Brocade and Cisco switches. With Brocade, both the standard, the end-to-end VMID, and the tagless VMID are supported. With Cisco, the standard VMID is supported, and tagless is on their roadmap. Check with your Cisco contact to learn more about their implementation timelines for the MDS Fibre Channel switches. Here's the current view of the VMID support ecosystem. It targets VMware environments today and is supported with Fibre Channel SCSI-based implementations. We expect to have support for FC NVMe in the very near future. As mentioned previously, all current QLogic HBAs support VMID, including the QLE2690 series, the QLE2700 series, and the QLE2800 series HBAs. Brocade switches and directors support both standard and tagless VMID with FOSS 9.1.1 or later. And Cisco MDS switches support standard VMID, and you can see the maximum number of VMIDs per port each vendor supports here. Here's the portfolio of QLogic HBAs, and all of these HBAs support the VMID feature, along with a lot of other cool features that we've talked about in our other Follow the Wire videos. So here are the key takeaways from this video. VMID is a great technology available with Fibre Channel storage networks to help monitor storage performance in VMware environments. VMID is supported by a few of the Tier 1 storage vendors today, but can also be implemented as tagless VMID even if your storage vendor isn't supporting VMID yet. QLogic is the only HBA on the market today that auto-negotiates for VMID in VMware environments. No manual configuration required, as with other vendors' offerings. Bottom line is, QLogic HBAs are the perfect choice to optimize and simplify shared storage connectivity in VMware environments. You can go to www.marvell.com/QLogic to find out about Marvell and QLogic Fibre Channel HBA technology. Be sure to check out our other Follow the Wire videos on the Marvell YouTube channel. Thanks for your time and attention, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.